This community is special. I can't thank y'all enough for showing up the way that you have for me every single step of the way. And who would have thought, Coach, that we'd be having this ceremony when back in 2007, late to my first practice, I get a tap from my roommate, Brian Barr. His phone's blowing up, mine's on silent. Alarm doesn't go off. He's like, hey, did you have an individual at 8? And I wake up, run across from second belt, barefoot, try to run into the locker room, change into my clothes right quick. I come out on the court. Coach, he was testing me from the beginning. He put me in the workout with all the seniors. And I don't know if I was confident, stubborn, or dumb, but I tried to sneak into the workout about 10 minutes late and act like nothing happened. So it's literally right where Coach is standing on the baseline. I snuck in from the tunnel, tried to get in the line, ran out to get my rep of a closeout. Before I could even take a breath on the court, Coach was like, get out. And the lessons that I learned in terms of, perseverance, that next play mentality that you teach every single day, to know all the experiences that we had from that day to our Elite Eight run, to coming back my junior year and trying to run it back to the most emotional phone call I think I've ever made to my now wife, Aisha. I was standing outside of the basement of Belk in the computer lab, and I'll never forget I was a little bit of a procrastinator when I was in college. I was trying to write a paper, but I was thinking about the deadline to announce for the draft, and I call her, and she'll tell you, she'll be the first one to let you know, I was bawling, boo-hooing. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I should leave. I don't know whether I should stay. And some people ask me when I tell that story, they're like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a great decision. You're trying to decide if you want to go to the NBA draft or not, and they say you're going to be a lottery pick and all this other stuff. It speaks to how much this place means to me and the impact that the community has had on me in my life. I didn't want to leave. It was one of the hardest decisions that I ever had to make in terms of seeing my education through, coming back and being a senior under Coach McKillop, which is one of the greatest experiences I've heard. And knowing that, obviously I went with my heart and decided to leave, but I talked to Coach, I talked to my mom, and I talked to Aisha, and I said, finishing my degree was a promise that I wanted to make. And didn't think it would take 13 years, but we are here, and it matters to see that through. And you always said, Coach, finish strong, right? And I try to embody that with this process. I've tried to embody that with everything I've done in my career. And I encourage every single student that's here, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for representing Davidson. I hope that you have the most amazing experience on this campus for all 4 years. And that you get to celebrate, a graduation experience and go into the world with every lesson that you've learned here, every discipline, every value that you take from this place, and go impact the world in the way that I've tried to do every step of the way. So, again, I can't thank y'all enough for being here. I can't thank y'all enough for the support. It makes me smile every time I pull off at exit 30 on 77 and see the familiar sights, and I was blessed to have that experience this morning. I'm a graduate, I'm a Davidson alum, and in the Hall of Fame, it's pretty crazy to say, so thank y'all so much.
The thing I like about Steph Curry the most is just how humble he is. Yeah, he's the greatest shooter ever. Yeah, he's amazing on the basketball court. He promotes a winning culture. That's why he's a 4-time champion. He's a 2-time MVP, 1-time unanimous, but most of all, he's just a humble, good guy. And he's a great role model. If you're still watching this video right now, I want you to think of one time, just one, where Steph Curry has made it about himself and not the team. In any situation, it can be college, it can be high school, it can be with the Golden State Warriors. Has he ever made it about himself? Has he ever demanded a trade? Has he ever complained about his teammates, his roster, his coach? Has he ever tried to get anybody fired? I don't think so. How is it that he transformed the entire game, but yet he can still fit in any system or play with anybody? If his team wins and he doesn't get any recognition, a finals MVP, or any award, he's okay with that. but if his team needs him to, he'll step up and do exactly those things. Off the court, he's a good guy, he's a family man, and he's inspirational. He deserved it, and I'm glad he had that moment, and I'm glad he was able to retire his jersey at Davidson. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of his speech, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more NBA content just like this, and I will see you in the next upload.